Hey gamers! Tired of building your own PC? Don't worry, we've got you covered. Today, we're diving into the world of pre-built gaming PCs to find the best options for you in 2024. We'll be comparing top-tier machines based on performance, price, aesthetics, and overall value. Whether you're a casual gamer or a hardcore enthusiast, there's a pre-built PC out there perfect for you. Let's find the ultimate gaming rig. You will find all product links in the description below. Number 1. Corsair Vengeance i7500. Buying a gaming PC may be easier than building one, but perhaps the biggest benefit of the Corsair Vengeance i7500 is that it feels like one you built yourself. The build starts in a Vengeance 4000D mid-tower case and is built to excellent standards. Our review system, with an Intel Core i9-14900K and NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4090 from Palette, offered top-notch performance. And while it's pricey at that configuration, the system is backed by a 2-year warranty, rather than the 1-year system you see on many pre-built systems in big box stores. Because this PC is built entirely from aftermarket parts, you can customize it to your heart's content. No proprietary parts here. There were very few downsides, beyond the expense. But RGB lovers be warned, our review unit's GPU didn't come with colorful lighting, which you kind of expect on something that expensive, like it or not. Number 2. iBuyPower Y60. The iBuyPower Y60 is a strong mid-range performer with some bumped-up specs that will serve you well in the future. It's slightly pricier than some similar desktops, but it comes with 32 GB of RAM and 2 TB of storage, which will let you store plenty of games and will serve you with demanding apps in the future. You get a classy case, the Height Y60, with this pre-built, which gives you a wraparound window to your components and a vertically mounted GPU. While the motherboard doesn't have a USB Type-C port on the rear, there is one on the case. Other desktops we tested in this range used air coolers that didn't impress. While liquid cooling isn't a must, the 240mm liquid cooler in this case was quieter than on some competitors. There are some downsides, namely in networking. This system uses Wi-Fi 6, which is getting a bit old as a standard. Some gamers may want to plug in Ethernet, always a best practice, if you can, particularly for big game downloads. Number 3. MSI Infinite RS 13th. If you're looking for the best of the best, the MSI Infinite RS 13th delivers top-of-the-line performance, as long as you're willing to pay for it. Between the 13th Gen Intel Core i9 and a liquid-cooled NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4090, this system delivers awesome performance, while still being quiet and upgradable down the line. All of the parts are standard, and the case, the MSI Prospect 700RL, is roomy. In fact, for some it may be too roomy. But it can fit the 2 radiators and 9 fans that made this system all but silent in our testing. A keyboard and mouse are included, though you'll likely want to get something a bit nicer. In our testing, we got some incredible performance out of the Infinite. If you value smooth gameplay and upgradability out of your pre-built and will sacrifice room on or under your desk, this is the one to consider. Number 4. Maingear MG1 Silver. A lot of the gaming PCs we test are top-of-the-line, top-of-budget machines. But it doesn't always have to be that way. We were impressed by the Maingear MG1 Silver, largely because it's a mid-range system that doesn't feel like you're getting much less. The chassis still feels fairly premium, though it could use some more dust filters. It has impeccable cable management, and all of the parts are name brand, giving you ample room to upgrade later on. And there's no bloatware on the system, so you don't have to spend time uninstalling lots of junk before you get to gaming. The only component we had issue with was the Solidigm P41 Plus in our review unit, which was sluggish at 489.65 megabytes per second. The motherboard in our unit did have room for another SSD, however. We tested the Shroud edition of the Maingear MG1 Silver, which comes with special edition magnetic faceplates. That adds an extra $100 to the $1,149 starting price, so unless you're a big fan of Shroud, the esports gamer and Twitch streamer, stick to the regular version, which is otherwise identical, and spend that money on games. Number 5. Alienware Aurora R15. The Alienware Aurora R15's biggest updates are all about cooling. Alienware parent Dell has added in a 240mm radiator, finally moving on from a 120mm cooler, which should allow for much better CPU performance. There is also more ventilation on the side, and this all made for a quieter PC to our ears. It's not much of a surprise that with an Intel Core i9-13900KF and an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4090, the Aurora plowed through our benchmarks measuring gaming and productivity performance. On the one hand, we really like how many ports are accessible on the front of the Aurora, including 3 USB Type-A ports, a USB Type-C port and a 3.5mm headphone jack. The downside is that Alienware is using a proprietary motherboard to achieve that, making it difficult to fully upgrade the system in the future. The GPU, RAM and CPU are accessible on our model, and there's room for additional storage. Our review unit was maxed out, so there wouldn't be much of a reason to make many changes outside of storage anytime soon. For those who want Alienware's latest chassis, we also recently reviewed the Aurora R16, which is smaller but comes in more limited configurations. You will find all the links of these products in the description below. Comment below and tell us which PC you are considering. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and share with your friends, and if you are new to the channel then subscribe and hit the bell icon for future updates.